What's up guys, EMG Smash Central here with a very special episode of Dropzone. Today at the end of the video I'll be letting you know how you can get your hands on a free copy of Dropzone Squad Edition. I'll be giving away 2 Steam keys courtesy of the team at Dropzone, thank you very much. But today's episode I'm going to be going over some very crucial need to know information when it comes to playing this game, because this is a multiplayer online battle arena real-time strategy game. So there's a lot of coordination that goes into it, and there's a lot more actions per minute than other games that I'm usually used to and you're usually used to seeing on this channel. So let's get into it. Right now we're spectating a match between 2 people that are a lot higher level than I am, and let's back out so we can go over some of that crucial information. Last episode we went through the basic tutorials, which you can find here in the train section. There's these 4 very basic tutorials that go over, the basic concept, movement, this and that. And then there's these 1v1 basics and builder basics. So I definitely recommend going over those. But when it comes to the need to know information, there's a lot of stuff that gets left out in that tutorial or just goes by way too fast and I didn't notice. But let's get started. So here are your characters here. When it comes to customizing your team, you can go into the build menu or you can just click on any of your guys here. There's auto save, so if you back out your squad will be saved, or you can save your squad here. You can test your squad and you can rename and whatnot. So when it comes to building your squad, down here are your abilities, your Q, W, E, R. You can set those to other things in the hotkeys. And down here, these Roman numerals are very important, because what I didn't realize at first is that is the level you have to be, that character has to be before it can use that ability. So you start off on level 1, all your heroes start off on level 1 when you start a game, and as you kill the farm units, the little worker units, the spiders, you level up and you can choose which unit you want to upgrade. So if you upgrade this guy to level 2, you'll be able to use this thing. Once you get to, see if I have a level 3 one. Yeah, if I upgrade Fury here to level 3, I'll be able to use this thing. And so that's how that works. Those Roman numerals are very important. I didn't realize that at first. So there's a 1, a 2, a 3, that's a 5. Let's see if we can find a 4, and I think this is a 4 right here. As you can see, it has the 4 little dots at the top. It's got an IV, so that's level 4 to use. And the thing is, when it comes into a match, we'll get to a 1v1 match at the end of this. You don't really get up to level 5 unless you just want to focus on leveling up one unit. But you'll find, even if you watch some of the higher ranked matches, people usually only get to levels 1 to 4, and you don't really see the ultimate abilities coming out that much. So there's that. Maybe the development team can tweak some things, make the ultimates a little bit more accessible and worth using in a match. But there's that. So the Roman numerals are very important. You got to keep that in mind when choosing your abilities. And the 1 times or 2 times on the side here, that's how many of that ability you have. So these are all little pieces of equipment that you can get by opening up crates, and you get crates by doing your little daily tasks here and leveling up. And by playing matches and whatnot, you also earn gold, which are Jovians, which you can also get through these daily tasks, and then you can, exchange them for crates. So we're going to pop open a crate here. I'll show you what that's like, and you can see here what we got, the corrosive rounds, all the stats here and whatnot, and then you can go directly to buy new crates here. There's 3 different kinds. You can see all the stuff that you can possibly get out of the crates, and you can do some combos, 5 crates for 5,000, 10 crates for 10,000, this and that. So whatever, we're going to pop open one of these bad boys. I'll show you, some of the possibilities that you can get out of these crates. So there we got a momentum shifter. It's for the tanks. It's a utility item, and it gives a little speed bonus. It roots and silences targets and whatnot. Another thing that you can unlock when you're going through your daily quests and just playing and getting experience are these blueprints in the top right corner as well. So what these blueprints are is you can build these other pieces of equipment by just getting rid of other equipment that you don't want. So say I have 2 of these thrusters. What else do I have extra of? I have 2 of these landfalls, and so you can just keep adding stuff that you have extra of or stuff that you don't use. Like this thing I have 3 of. So you can equip that to like 3 different mechs at one time, and then switch between your teams depending on you know, what you want to use, depending on who you're going up against, and have all those loadouts perfectly customized, ready to go. If you had 3 of these things, you could have it on 3 different guys, but I don't need 3 of them, so I'm going to get rid of it so I can craft this new thing here. And last but not least, we have 2 of these Skylance things, so we're going to craft this new piece of gear. And there we go, we got the crumple panels for a tank, additional HP. The tank blocks both damage and debuff effects from a set number of attacks. So that's how you you navigate the whole loot box or crate system here and the blueprint system. But another very important thing that you know, the tutorials don't really tell you is up here in the top right is your player icon, and if you click on it, yeah, you can change it, it's all, you know, fine and dandy and whatnot, but you also have this match history where you can watch your replays. As you can see, I've been getting absolutely crushed. I only got a couple of wins in there because I'm still, you know, figuring out the team, figuring out how this game works and whatnot. But here you can watch your replays, see what the other guy did, see what you did, see where you went wrong, see where you went right. So that's really helpful. And like I was doing at the start of the video, you can also go into this watch menu here and you can view 1v1s, 2v2s. You can see this whole, you know, list of matches on the side. You can hide spoilers, you can see only your friends' matches, so you can always be spectating, seeing what other people are doing, seeing what the meta is, this and that, and finding other strategies to improve your game. Another very important thing is down here in the bottom left corner is this global chat area. If you want to find other people to play, you know, different game modes, there's a PvE mode, like a horde mode you can play. You can find other people here. If you want to play 2v2, you can find people there to play 2v2 as well. And you can play the Infestation co-op or solo. So there's all these goodies that you can find within the game that you don't really get told once you hop in and get started. Another thing that's pretty key to check out right when you hop into the game is the options menu, and make sure you have the mouse settings box checked off here. If it's not checked off, you don't get, you know, access to these controls, and why not? So here it's just mouse sensitivity. You can adjust it here, and enable mouse acceleration, so the sensitivity gets adjusted based on, you know, how crazy you're going with your mouse and how sensitive you need it to be. So make sure you go through all of this, and definitely go over to the hotkeys section. Now this is one thing I have a problem with. There's no option to, you know, cycle through your units with the scroll wheel on your mouse or the side buttons on your mouse. So hopefully the development team can add that in a future patch. But here you can customize everything. You're going to be using your abilities with Q, W, E, and R, the default MOBA settings, but you're going to be swapping through your guys with 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is right above Q, W, E, and R. For me, that kind of gets a little bit messy and it kind of confusing at times. So you can swap these around to, you know, other letters and numbers if you want, yada yada. But for now, we'll just keep it on default, and we're gonna hop into a match, or a replay I should say, and I'll show you guys a little bit of what's happening in game, what are some good strategies to get started, and what you need to be going for. Alright, so this is a replay of a 1v1 match between myself and another player. Probably a pretty new player because they made some really weird mistakes right at the start that I'll point out. But we're gonna go ahead and I'll show you guys you know, the basic strategy here. So I have a tank. I'm gonna send him up at the top to attack this nest right here. I'm gonna send my 2 weaker guys to get me some vision and attack the smaller guys. We have Cortex, who's a mechanic. He can heal people, set up turrets and this and that. And Vanguard, she's a gunner, but she also has some healing abilities to help out her team as well. So those guys secured the vision. I'm going to bring them down here to attack this nest, and I have my big tank up here still working away at this nest here. So right at the start of the game, you kind of want to, you know, divide up your squad and keep things coordinated. Always check up to see what's going on, make sure you know what's happening. I kind of wasn't doing that when I was playing this game, and I had this guy just, you know, getting pinged down by these little units, and he wasn't really doing anything. There we go, now he starts punching back. So you always want to make sure you're coordinated, you know what your units are doing, and they're always working towards a goal. So these guys are going to slay this guy pretty soon, get those juicy cores, and our tank is still working on these guys over here. Now you see Pandora, the enemy Pandora, trying to set up some vision on our side of the map and going for this little nest off to the side here. We've already destroyed that nest with these two guys. We're going to get our core, Warhead. I don't think he finished the job, but I think we want to go and take out Pandora here because she's walking around in our territory, and she doesn't have any protection with her. So we're going to fire some stuff at her, regain our vision area here, get rid of her turrets, and scare her off. Now, if she was smart, she'd be going back for some heals right now, but I think she's just going to keep setting up, trying to get more vision and trying to, you know, tease us. Yeah, for some reason, she had an opportunity to go get some heals, but instead she's trying to tank an entire team of 3 mechs by herself, and her other teammates are just, you know, over here doing whatever. I don't know what these guys are doing, but Pandora here, like, she's still poking at us for some reason. So we're gonna go back, establish this vision center here so we can get sight of this entire area of the map, and she is still poking at us. So this is where I finally get fed up. I'm like, okay, you had so many opportunities to go heal. She's gonna try and set up some wall or whatever. We're just gonna walk around and blast her. Unfortunately for us, she wasn't carrying a core, so if my guy would have died with the core, he would have dropped it and she would have been able to steal it. But unfortunately for us, she wasn't carrying a core that we could steal, and before that happens to us, we're gonna go drop it off. Now, here is where I should have pressed the D key to have Cortex drop the core and let Vanguard, the higher health unit, drop it off. Because if Widget came over here and saw that Cortex was a sliver of health, he could have came and zapped me and stole my core. Instead, he goes to poke at these guys, allowing me to drop off the core, run them back to home base to heal up, and then he goes and snipes off my mechanic. So I'm going to chase him off, chase him back to his base. I got my tank following behind, going to get more vision on here, and now I'm just kind of waiting for my mechanic to respawn. So while I'm doing that, these guys are going to go start working on this hive. So I kind of scared him back. He's going to be able to... Oh, he doesn't even have a core to drop off. He's just going to set up his little turrets, go get this vision over here, and then he has these guys working on this nest right over here. So I'm in a good position right now. My guys are pretty beefy, they're leveling up, they're getting all that EXP, and we're tied for cores right now. So things are looking good for me. This nest is almost dead. He's pretty much tied with me, and I think my Cortex, yeah, my mechanic just respawned. I might not have noticed right away. That's something you always got to keep an eye on. Down here you're gonna see when your units are respawning, so you definitely got to keep an eye on that and have your units moving out as soon as possible, getting work done. You never want to have a unit just, you know, standing around doing nothing. So there's a lot of coordination involved. You can select your units by pressing 1, 2, or 3. If you press 1 and 2 at the same time, you can select both of them, or you can you know, drag and select multiple units in a group like that, and then select them and have them go wherever you want them to go. So usually I'll send my tank out to scare some guys, do some work on his own, and I'll keep the mechanic and the gunner paired up together because they have some healing abilities for each other, and the tank is just a beefy dude. He can take some hits on his own. So they're going to be protecting him while he drops off his core. I should have let one of them drop off the core and have the tank protect them, but it all worked out in our favor. And instead of retreating for some reason, he's letting our tank just bully him, and I'm still figuring out how to control, like, everyone at the same time. If you press the 4 key, it groups up everybody at the same time, and you can have them attacking a target. So we're gonna scare him back to the base, and then, oh my god, here comes Knockout. Not a good idea. Can we get rid of her? Can we squash her? We got a 3-on-1, come on. Oh, that is gonna be bad news for Knockout, so I think we're gonna get out of there. We're getting tons of EXP for killing his dudes, and we are down in a core, but maybe we can take our Widget here and steal Widget's core, because he's not being backed up by any teammates whatsoever, and he's playing very, very dangerously. You do not want to be doing this. So now we're scaring him back here. He has no choice but to retreat, wait for his teammates to spawn, and so we're going to bully him. We're not going to let him drop off his core, and we're going to do some work on this nest here. I'm pretty low health, but as soon as I get Vanguard up to level 3, one more level, she'll be able to heal the rest of my team. And Cortex has this ability that can heal my team as well. So I'm not too worried about their overall health. I'm just trying to gather these cores and get a little advantage up here before I start, you know, going ham on the enemy team. So here we go. We're going to unlock one of these cores here, get rid of Pandora. She's going to try and steal our core. Oh my god, I let her grab the core. She just walks right in, and we let her take it. So that's an example of something you do not want to do. You want to watch out, because now I have to go damage control. We killed the nest, and then we let Pandora come in there and steal our core, and she is successfully dropping it off now. That is a core that she's able to steal from us, and now they are up by 3. Oh, what a bad move. So Pandora has been getting some beefy upgrades. You can see she's already at level 4, and all of my guys here are at level 2, and they're super low health, and she's just going to back off for some reason, letting us get our vision tower back. So we are in a sticky situation. We have 8 minutes left on the clock. We got to heal our guys, get a core advantage here, and hopefully we can launch some flanks and whatnot to steal their cores, or just knock them back into the spawn area and play the game our way. This game is really based on tempo. You have to play to what you want to do and make the opponent react to that, as opposed to reacting to what they want to do. So right now I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. I'm playing a bit of catch up. I'm playing a bit on Lucy Shen's terms here, but we're gonna see what we can do. We have our tank here putting in work. We got Vanguard in the back. I should have Cortex in the back as well. And Vanguard's gonna get an upgrade now, so she can heal my units and give them some regen as well. So this is some pretty good stuff. We're making some headway, getting that EXP, and we're gonna grab 2 cores right here. Now Widget is just chilling there doing nothing, while Knockout is taking way too many hits from the enemy Kavash here, and he's gonna have to retreat. And our opponent here does not have great coordination over his units. He's kind of controlling one at a time. So maybe this is where we're going to be able to catch up. Alright, so hopefully I leave one on the vision tower, get me some vision. I gotta pull Cortex back here. He's our squishiest unit probably, and he's holding a core. So we're just going to sit back, see what Pandora's doing, get some vision with Vanguard here. And now it looks like we're going in for the poke. We gotta get rid of these turrets, scare Pandora off. Oh my god, these turrets are so annoying. We're just waiting, we're just poking, and now we're sending in the tank. Finally, I got some sense to me. We grabbed her in. We're gonna hopefully vanquish her. Oh, we just scared her off. I think the plan here is scare her off and deposit these cores. Yeah, we got Cortex working on depositing a core. Stop briefly for a second. Vanguard's gonna go first. Warhead's gonna continue to try and scare off this Pandora, but that's really all you need to do. Like, you don't need to stop depositing the core if you know they're not gonna be able to kill you. You can just keep doing your thing and just keep poking at them, scaring them away. I don't know why I backed Warhead off there. I should have kept Warhead in the front. But we got the grapple. Oh my god, are we gonna get the... Oh, we got the kill on Pandora. You probably forgot that I had that grapple move, pulled him back in, and got the extermination. That was awesome. So another thing that happens in a 1v1 game, or a 2v2 game for that matter, is you have these little achievements or goals at the bottom here that you get extra points for towards your total. So you don't have to just collect cores to get points as well. These are very, very important achievements as well to boost your score. But we're just playing the core game right now. We're slowly catching up, and we're getting a bunch of kills as well, knocking out his team and keeping them in that spawn room. Working on this nest while he works on the other corner nest, but it looks like he's still kind of controlling one guy at a time, and he's not letting them go back for health when they need to. So as you can see, I just got the Hive Buster achievement, defeat a hive at its final evolution level. As you can see, these guys are massive dudes, and they're dropping cores like crazy. We have 3 cores here, a pretty dangerous situation. He can see these pink dots on his map, and if he wanted, he could walk over and just take them like he did before. But he's pretty busy. He doesn't even have a core to drop off. Pandora's just probably coming over here to bully me. But we're going to hopefully scoop up these cores and get our asses out of here, because this is a dangerous spot to be in. We're still waiting on Cortex to respawn. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Alright, so he's going to grab the 3rd core and we will be off. We're going to move in unison, stronger as a group, and if Pandora gets in our way here, we can just unleash all these abilities at once. Looks like she's only really concerned about the vision towers, and these guys are kind of just trying to tank on these huge final evolution nests all on their own. With, like, look at this guy. He's not even going back for health. I don't know what this guy's doing. He just respawned. He's chilling. and now we are trying to poke Pandora out of here so we can deposit our cores. We're gonna get this vision tower back though. She can't really do anything. It's a 3v1. I know it looks tempting. We got all this juicy purple goodness that she wants to steal, but it's not happening. It's not happening. 3v1. Is Warhead gonna pull her in and we're gonna exterminate her? No, no. Okay, we're gonna let her escape. Cortex is gonna deposit his core. Vanguard's up next, and this time around we're gonna play it safe and have these two guard and have our tank stay out front while the squishy guys deposit the core first. Now that's how you want to do it. So as you can see, Pandora's coming back. She's trying to get me to stop, but I mean, I have no reason to stop. She's not gonna be able to kill me all on her own. She's losing health super quick. And now here comes the backup, a full health widget finally. Another mechanic like Cortex. He's not going to be able to do too much DPS, so I'm not too concerned. And Pandora here is just risking it all, and she is gone. Vanguard and Cortex with the snipes. Let's go. We're going to steal this vision tower while we're here, and now we have an insane core lead. We got 3 from killing that boss hive, and she has yet to kill her boss hive. So we are doing very well. We are mounting the comeback for sure. Okay, so what we're doing here is I'm positioning myself on the left side of the hive so that because we don't want to be too close to their spawn room here. So we're positioning ourselves on the left side of the hive so it's a little bit safer. We can clean these guys up, grab the cores, and then go back around this way and into the deposit station here. So we got one alpha down, another alpha down it looks like, and these guys are 1 tier smaller than the boss hive, I believe. So this is going to be easy pickings for us. These guys are going to go down with barely any fight at all, and we're going to clean up these cores super quick. Nice 2 core drop. So the first wave, the first level of hive will drop 1 core when you kill it. The second level of hive will drop 2. And then the boss wave with the huge guys, the huge Kavash, that's gonna drop 3 cores. So you have to make sure you have enough units available to grab these cores before you go and destroy these hives, or else the enemy will be able to come in and take those cores. So you got to be very careful that you're not getting too greedy and going to kill like a boss hive when you already have 2 units holding cores, because you're not going to be able to take 2 of those cores away with you. So you got to be careful about stuff like that. So Pandora poking again way too much on this 3v1, and we're going to have Vanguard here drop off the core while Warhead continues to push them away and secure our safety here. Cortex up next to drop off, Vanguard almost done, Warhead still poking away, trying to grab this vision tower back, but it is going to be a tough battle. He needs Vanguard to come help him out. I'm just derping a little on these controls here. You really have to practice versus AI to get a hang of these controls if you're not familiar with the whole RTS MOBA thing, because it is a team game, but you're controlling your entire team on your own. So the game is wrapping up here. Last 15 seconds, 10-7. We killed the boss hive and the level 2 hive just in time to drop off those 5 cores, which pushed us way ahead of the enemy here. And despite anything he's trying to do here, nothing is going to help him, and we are going to wrap that up. So there is a 1v1. There's a lot of mistakes in there. We are both very new players going at it, just bumping heads together. So a lot of mistakes in there to learn from, but a couple good things as well to take note of. You might have noticed that my team during that match, it was a mechanic, a gunner, and a tank. But now I noticed a lot of people are going with 2 gunners and a tank. And the gunner I was using before, Vanguard, she's like a mobility and support gunner. So now I have a defense and offense gunner as well as a speed and offense gunner. So more of that DPS and the tank as well for that extra backup. One thing I forgot to mention, when you're in this build mode and looking at the different characters and customizing and whatnot, make sure to have this advanced view button checked off. All it really does is turn this stats block on in the corner. It's not too advanced, it's not going to overwhelm you, and it's definitely some need to know information. You got their health, their damage per second, all that good stuff. So definitely make sure you have that clicked off. But I'm sure you guys are all waiting for, how to enter the raffle to get your hands on your own copy of the Squad Edition of Dropzone. So, first of all, what you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel, obviously. Leave a comment down below to enter, just saying hashtag play Dropzone. As you can see, we got the hashtag right here for you guys. Just copy that, add a comment. And if you want to get a second entry into the contest, all you need to do is follow my Twitter at the SmashCentral and send me a tweet saying hashtag play Dropzone. So there you have it, 2 ways to enter. I have 2 Steam keys to give away for the Squad Edition of Dropzone, which unlocks all of these characters that you can see on the side here, all 12 that the game starts with, as well as all 120 pieces of gear you need to customize all of your units. So it comes with basically every single thing you need to get started playing this game, and that is over $20 value. So 2 Steam keys to give away, 2 ways to enter. Subscribe to my channel, write a comment on this video that says hashtag play Dropzone, and then go to Twitter, follow my Twitter at the SmashCentral, and send me a tweet that says hashtag play Dropzone. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching all the way until the end. If you want to see the first video I did going over the tutorials, you can click the top video on your screen. And if you want to see the video I just uploaded yesterday, which is a Smash Wii U subscriber compilation, then click the bottom video. I'm GOODxJESUS and peace out.